Bill Simmons is one of the most prominent podcasters in the sports journalism world. He also happens to be Spotify's head of podcast innovation and monetization. During a recent interview, he expressed how much he despises both Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. In recent days, Spotify and the royal couple announced they would be parting ways in a decision that will cost Harry and Meghan around $10 million. Now that they are out, Bill Simmons had a lot to say about them, but he's never shied away from going after them. Only this time, he actually used name-calling to describe them in the best possible way for his eyes. Simmons is a self-made man who owns a pop culture and pose arts podcast. He also sold his podcast network, The Ringer, to Spotify in 2020 for $200 million. Alongside Joe Rogan, he is one of the biggest faces in the platform. Plus, he holds that position as head of podcast innovation and monetization. On their departure from the platform, Simmons said the following in a recent episode of his podcast: "Damn crooks, here's the podcast we should have run with them. I got to get drunk one night and tell a story about Zoom that I had with Harry to try to help him with the podcast idea. It's one of my better stories." Calling them crooks is not enough for Simmons, who doesn't understand why people pay so much attention to them. Most of all, he despises Prince Harry, as he previously said in an interview with The Big Lead. "Shoot this guy in the sun. I'm so tired of this guy. What can he bring to the table? He just whines about nonsense and keeps giving interviews. Who cares? Who cares about your life? You weren't even a beloved son. You live in Montecito and you just sell documentaries and podcasts, and nobody cares what you have to say about anything unless you're talking about the royal family, and you're just complaining about them.